Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's go ahead and see a few practical examples of custom defined module or programmer defined module. Here I am going to create a new folder because modules are designed to reuse the functionalities of one Python file to another Python file within the same folder. Now I'm going to create something called multiplication table. Inside this one, what I'm going to create is we have to create the first Python file that is called the multiple.py. This is the Python file what I'm going to create. Here what I'm going to use is I'm going to write a Python functions. Okay, define read value, define read value. What we're going to read here, I'm going to return integer of, we have to get the input of what you want to get the input. I'm going to give some command, enter the value. Enter the value. It is going to give some prompt like this. That value will be returned. Once it is defined, then I'm going to create the multiplication table. Okay, define table. I'm going to define this as the table. Then n equal to, I'm going to call this read value. Okay, I'm going to call this read value. Then now whatever the value we got here, it will be returned to this n variable in this table function. Now we have to see whether this n is less than 0 or not less than. If it is equal to 0, then there is no multiplication table because all the values will be 0. If n let's say less than or equal to 0, then what is we can say this is a invalid input. Then I'm going to say what are the value we have entered here. Format number is invalid input. Invalid input. It is like this, then we have to pass the n. Okay. Now if it is a valid one, then else we have to go for the else condition. If it is a valid number, then for I in range from 1 to, we can give it is 10 or 15 or maybe 11, so that we can get up to 10. 1 to 10 will get 1 to 10 or 1 to 11, or 1 to 11 means we can get from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 is 1 to n minus 1. Then I'm going to print, let's take it as a fancy print. Okay, n, let's say n multiplied by I equal to, you can say n star I, n star I. This is what it is going to print. Okay, now this, if you see this one, multiplication table folder doesn't have any information, any other folder is there. Let's save this file, open the terminal. I'm opening the terminal. I'm just going to execute this one. Suppose my Python, my file is, no, we have to go inside this folder, cd. Now inside this one, I have clear the screen. Inside this one, we have this file multiple Python. Let's go ahead and see the second file. I'm going to create another file called table demo. I'm going to demonstrate this one here. This is where the magic is going to happen. Now I'm calling from this multiplication table. I'm going to call this table. Okay, like that. We have defined the syntaxes, right? Then from multiple import table. Then I'm just going to call this one table. Now if I'm going to call, let's say this file, let's close this one, and I'm going to call Python. Sorry, this has to go inside this one, then only it will work. Okay, this should be in the same folder. That's why I got why it is not accessible. Yeah. Now if you call this one Python table demo, sorry, Python table demo.py. If you see this one, the moment I execute this function, see one folder has been created here, PyCache. This is the compiled Python version. This is the .pyc extension. This is considered as the module. When I executed this one, the actual functionality, there is no return type of anything. It's just a list of functions what it is going to do. If you execute this one, there is nothing is going to happen. But if you execute these functions in some other modules or somewhere, now it is going to create this module file, that is a compiled Python file, that is .pyc extension. So I need to enter the value. I'm going to enter the value as 5 and 7. See, it is given the multiplication table of 5. This is how easy it is. Let's go ahead and see the second example. In the second example, what I'm going to use is I'm going to calculate the area of figures. Okay, area of figures. If you want to calculate the area of figures, we need to give what is the type of that particular figure we are going to use and all. And there is another function that is going to calculate the areas. That is what we are going to see. Suppose that we get a new folder. I'm going to create it as a fig area, or just fig underscore area. I'm going to create a new Python files and folders here. This is our second example. To calculate the area, what we need, suppose if you want to calculate the area, we have different figures. I'm going to give the user different options, menu options. Okay, menu op.py. Then what is the next file we need? We need calculate area file. Okay, I'm going to give all the area calculation mathematical expression here. Then .py, calculate area.py. And the third file what we're going to create here is we need to call that area.py. These are the three files we need to demonstrate the area of figure functionality. In the menu operations, I'm going to give this functionality. I'm going to give area of figures, area of rectangle, square, triangle, circle, etc. These are the options I'm going to give in this particular function. Suppose for the demonstration, if you want to see, you can just execute this one. Let's see. Not here. Need to go back and fig area, then Python menu op.py. See, it is going to give this area of rectangle, area of square, triangle, circle. I don't need to call this function here. Let's close this one. Now we are going to define the functions to calculate each and every areas. Yeah, here pi, that is used to calculate the area of circle or perimeter circles and all. That is a global variable. We don't need to define everything. Now we have the rectangle area, square area, triangle area, and circle area. Wherever the circle is coming, then we need to consider using this pi. It is a very simple expressions. We are passing a and b. It will be, if it is a rectangle, it is ab. Then if it is a square, that is a square. Then if it is a triangle, half b is a breadth and h is a height. A simple area calculation functionalities. Save it. Now here comes our actual code area. We are going to call these two functionalities here, and then we are going to do the calculations. If you see this one, this is from menu operations, import menu op as a, that is alias importing, and import calculate area as c. Here I have get clc underscore clc underscore area. Okay, now it is calculate area underscore. Now cals, or we can just no problem, it's like that. I'll see, and import sys. I'm going to import the sys variable also. And while true, we are going to loop through this while loop, and I'm going to access m.menu. This we have already seen. If it is taking this other menu, okay, and match the character. If it is a case 1, then 0 rectangle. If it is case 2, square area. Case 3, triangle area. Case 4, circle area. Case 5, print. Thanks for using this app, and we are going to exit. We have import sys. This is to exit. If you want to use the exit functionality, the exit function is available in the sys module. So we are importing this. Finally, we are exiting. If nothing is available, then it's going to see this and go to this default case, that is in match case. We have seen what is the default parameter or default block it is going to see, and within the default block we are defining print invalid option, please enter the correct choice. Like that, in the menu operation we have around 5 options: 1 for rectangle, 2 for square, 3 for triangle, 4 for area of circle, 5 for exit. If none of these options are given, then we have to go to the default block, that is invalid option, enter the characters. Now we are going to call this area. We don't need to call them. There is nothing to do here. These are just the function definitions that we need to reuse them in this area.py file. Now we are going to call this area.py file. Clear the screen. Area.py. The moment I execute, this is going to create that PyCache folder here. And inside this PyCache folder, we have this 2 modules: calculate area module and menu operations module has been created. What are the module we have defined? All these modules will be compiled, and the compiled file will be written here. It's a binary file. You cannot see the content. It's a binary format. It's a PyCache folder, content of the PyCache folder. Well, that is importance of that PyCache folder. Moving forward, if you see in the real time, we can see this PyCache folder available inside every module, every folder center. Let's say, suppose what you want to see. We have given the option. Now we are going to enter choice. I can give choice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose if it is a 1, I am entering 1, then it is going to this rectangle. What we need to enter here now? The rectangle, if we want to calculate the rectangle, if you see this calculate area, see the rectangle. Rectangle, we need 2 options. One is A, that is rectangle, area of rectangle, we need length and breadth. Now we need to enter A and B. Now it call this function, diff rectangle area. It is going to ask what is the value of A, what is the value of B. That is what we see. Enter the length of the rectangle. Enter the length of the rectangle. Suppose I'm going to give 5 as the length, and enter the breadth of the rectangle, or breadth as 2 as the breadth. So we got area as 10. Now it is in the loop. You see this functionality here, area part. It is in the while true loop. Until and unless we say exit, exit option is number 5. Exit option is number 5, and unless we say type 5, it is keep on executing, asking for the enter the choice. Let's see for 2, enter the length of the square. Let's close this one. Enter the length of the square. I can say it is 3. Only one thing we need to give is a square. Now let's see choice number 3. Base length is 4 and height length is 6. It is half bh, half which is 12. 1 by 20 b into s. B is, we have to 1 with 4, and this is 24 by 2, 12. Now area of circle, I have to give 4, and enter the radius of the circle. Then I can give 5.6. Then the area of circle is 98.4704, that is pi r square. Now let's go ahead and see some other value which is not available in this function call or any options. Then it is going to say invalid option, please enter the characters. Let's try to exit this one. It is called 5. It is going to exit. It is going to exit. Thanks for using this application. From where it is coming? It is coming from criteria. See, not from here. Here from here. If it is the case, then thanks for using this application. It will be printed there. If you see our output, see, enter the choice 5. Thanks for using this application, and it is exit. This is how this modules are working. Let's go ahead and see one more example. Let's create a sample calculator. We are going one more step ahead. The next one, what we'll see is create a folder called calculator. And here also we need something called menu operations. Menu op.py, menu operations.py. Then what else we need? Okay, here also we need 3 files. Menu operations, which menu, what kind of operations you want to do, that we are going to see here. Next one is arithmetic operation that contain all the functions. It is going to calculate all the arithmetic operations. And then finally the demo. Let's go ahead. Let me copy all these functionalities here. First menu operations, and then we will do the demonstration. All the programs are ready. Let's go ahead and see one by one. If you see this one, this is the menu operations. I'm going to have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modules, exponential, and exit. This is going to give that which option you have to select, that is going to give. Based on that, if you see, we are given this match case. In this case, the 1 is selected, then it is going to take the addition, 2 subtraction, 3 multiplication, 4 division, 5 arithmetic operation, then that is modulus operation, 6 is exponential operation, 7 is thanks for using this operator. We are going to exit. If it is some other number we have given, that is going to be default block. Please try again with the valid input, the same as before. Here we have defined all the operations, different function for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, and exponential operation. We have one different operations here. Let's execute this one. Currently there is nothing, there is no PyCache files there. Let's go back and enter to this calculator. Here, see this file, we have this arithmetic operations demo. We are going to execute this one. Let's clear the screen then. I don't know. Menu operation, arithmetic operations. Let's calculate this, run this file, run this program, Python. We have to do this arithmetic operation demo, AOP demo. Okay, not there, here. AOP demo.py. See, now it has created this PyCache file from here. You can see it has created 2 Python modules. One is for the arithmetic operations and another one is for the menu operations. 2 modules has been created, that is compiled Python files are created. And whenever we need to do new operations, whenever we select any operation, it is going to call this particular modules. Let's see, now it is a binary format, we will not be able to open them. Now we have this arithmetic operations demo. If you select any of these options, it will go to that particular file. Suppose if you are selecting addition 1, now enter the value where it is going. The menu operations is already, this is the menu operations. Once you execute this function, the first thing what it is going to do is it is going to call this, the first thing is it is going to call this menu operations. It has called the menu operation and printed the menu here. It has printed the menu here. This is inside the while loop. So every time whenever you do this function call, it is going to print after this each operation, it is going to print the same menu until and unless we exit the program. So and it is going to see what character we have entered, and it is going to convert to integer. What are the, you see, enter the value, enter the choice. Enter the choice, I have entered value number 1. Now it is matching that character, that is that number will come here 1. Now it is going to come here arithmetic operation dot addition. Arithmetic operation, see here, it is going to call this addition AOP. If you see, if you want to go to that particular file, then click on control and mouse over, it is going to give the highlights. If you see this one function definition, it is going to that particular file. Just release the control, it is release that hyperlink. Just click on the control and select that particular file using mouse, then it is going to that particular file arithmetic operation and to that particular location of that function call. This is what it is called. It is going to call A, it is going to get the value of A, get the value of B, and do the print the operation. That is what it is going to see. So enter the value of A 2, it is going to say enter the value of B, C, enter the value of B, enter the value of C is B is 3, and now it is going to do calculation A plus B. See, value is 5. It is given as plot. Now if you want to do subtraction, we need to select choice number 2, then again 3 and 4, 5, it is given minus 2. Suppose if it is option 3 I have selected, value of A is 1, 8, it is given multiplication 2 into 8 is 16. And if it is a division, then we have to select 4 as the choice, then you have to give 4 and 6, it is given 0.66. Suppose if your operation is 5, then we have to give 19 and 3, it is given is 1. 19 and 3 is what option? The modulus is 1. And expression, if you select option 6, then suppose value of C is and B is 5, and 3 raised to 5 is 243. That's a value, it's exponential. And suppose if it is some other option, that 56, it is going to say invalid choice, please try again with the valid input. Now if you want to exit, plus 7, it is going to exit with the thanks for using this problem. This is how this modules are working. Hope you understand how we can create a custom modules and how to define the functions for a custom module. How can we call those functions? We see this one, which is this arithmetic operations, not here. Arithmetic operations. See, we have called import menu operations as m, import arithmetic operations, and import sys. This is the system modules or built-in modules we have imported. From if you see import module as m, menu of operations at as m, that is, it is going to import all the functionalities of this particular menu operations into this particular Python file, and I am going to import all the functionalities of arithmetic operations. So it is going to call all this functionalities or all this functionalities into our demo function. What are the operations I have mentioned in that particular choice selection? That is going to do. If it is a 1, it is going to do addition. If it is 2, subtraction. If it is 3, multiplication. How it is doing? It is based on the match case. We are going to enter that particular number here and you convert it into integer. That particular, if it is matching, the choice is matching with 1, it will do the addition. 2, subtraction. How it is doing? If it is matched to, it will come arithmetic operation here. In that arithmetic operation, we have subtraction function. To go to that subtraction function and do the calculation and print the result. This is how we are doing this program or different modules. Hope you understand this concept, how to create the custom modules or program and different modules. Hope you enjoy this video. See you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day.